Alright. I'm here. I think everything's set up. I almost forgot tits again. Whoops. Ugh. I'm still really sore from Saturday. The back of my right thigh has been driving me insane. It was actually too much for me to get my exercise in this morning. I'll try doing some resistance stuff later with my arms, so at least I get the extra exercise. But yeah, it's kind of shit today. So I keep not putting freaking medicine on it to make it feel better. I'm the idiot. Don't worry. There's no reason I'm not. I'm just lazy and keep forgetting to do it. But we're gonna stick to something a bit more chill today. Well, sort of. From Streamy 14 today. I have to get my tomes capped out first, so we're gonna do a few things before I get running off to anywhere else. And then I'm gonna work on some old Realm Reborn achievements. I already started working on some of the Carpenter ones. Actually bring that up. That's the wrong side. Yay, there we go. Also, I think I have this angled into the fish tank. Yeah, I do. Neat. I can just change the freaking color of the screen. As you can see, I have a random leave in my list. I was working on a couple different things here. See, I have 20 unique carpenter ones, and then 100 unique carpenter recipes. You have to keep in mind, because of 1.0, I had a lot of the stuff leveled already. So these didn't really benefit me in any way, shape, or form when Realm Reborn actually started up. Like Weaver, for example, I straight out had capped out already. So there was absolutely no reason to do any of the old leaves. There was no reason to work on some of the recipes. The other crafters were all over the place, but I just didn't have a reason to do some of them. And then I think Leather Worker was the one I was spam leveling just before our maintenance went live. Just before the servers got taken down. So I remember sitting in Mordona going like, oh god, I have like 1 hour to get this finished. But yeah, as a result, I just straight up don't have a lot of these. Well, that and SE was weird about some of them. I don't know why this one takes 3,000. Gathering achievements were much the same, but like, those I could get by just spamming the shit out of them. So some of these I just don't have. These ones I think I only have because of the main. Actually, why do I have some of these? Some of these got more progress than others. Fair, some of these I think were due to the way that the crafting main hand relic equivalents worked. As a result, I just straight up don't have most of these. There is no reason to. Especially because a lot of this would have come from the Realm Reborn section of things. And then once we got to Heaven's Ward, it was like, oh, now you need these specific stat typed potions from alchemy. So it just made it a million times more complicated. Yeah, I just don't have some of these. I think I was working on Goldsmith at one point. Yeah, no, Goldsmith's actually done on some of these. I did some culinarian ones because some of them had like one item recipes. Yeah, as a result, I'm just missing large chunks of these. Actually, the culinarian one's halfway to high quality. That's neat. Obviously, I don't have these because these are much more fucking complicated. And unfortunately, now the only way to really make any progress towards them is to be able to do the master recipe stuff. And I could not be fucking bothered. I do not have the stats for that. they're there when I can get off my ass and do them, but it's a lot more complicated than anything. Well, yeah, the gathering stuff was way easier. But as you can see, it also required you to do more of it and in specific areas. I cheesed most of this by going and gathering crystals. Because there was usually a level 50 node that had just crystals somewhere, if I knew where to look. Also, I still have to finish these two. That'll probably happen on its own whether I wanted to or not. And then, of course, fishing I was obsessed with, so these I actually have. Huh. I'm surprised this one's not done. Weird. It's easy a couple of these are unclaimed because I can't store them anywhere useful. If I couldn't use it for my retainer, I just didn't bother. Yeah, we've got quite a lot to catch up on. I have bits and pieces in my inventory for Carpenter right now. I also gotta go to Gridani and get rid of these two things, so they're not in my inventory anymore. Also, the ones for the unique leaves are in a different section. Also, we're gonna be setting up crystal farming as I do this. That's why I'm passively gaining crystals. Or, well, shards, not crystals. God, I wish you could still convert them. In 1.0, you could convert between shards and crystals and clusters. You can't do that anymore. It used to be an alchemy recipe, and I really hate that it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, we're working on these because I burned so fucking many of them. Just making rosewood logs into lumber over and over again. I have the full number of how many logs I still need to. I need 5,289. I did calculate what I needed specifically. Because these old Realm Reborn ones are going to take the longest. It's just a pain in the ass, but yeah. We're working on tomes first. So we're going to do experts. Do expert first. If I still have a smidge more, we'll figure it out after that. Yeah, this is what I was doing yesterday. Because I just... Like I said, my leg's hurting. I just didn't feel up to doing much. So I did a bunch of this yesterday, and I think on Saturday. The reason my leg is so fucked up feeling right now, I went out to vote on Saturday. The problem was that took half an hour for me to go vote, and then 40 minutes for my mom to go vote, because we were set to different locations. So I had to stand around for about 30 minutes and then sit in the car for another 40. Which doesn't sound as bad as it is, but when you have a fucked up back, it's kind of shit. And I still had to do errands after that. Not a great feeling. So my leg's been bugging me the past couple days. Also, hopefully Grid's not as laggy, because I think I still need this area for the unique leaves still. Also, I really wish they'd go back and rework some of these. They've kind of abandoned this system entirely, especially when it comes to combat. I'm still missing the Twin Adder achievements for doing a certain number of Grand Company ones, the combat ones. I don't even know where that is. Is it in here? I remember what's specifically in here. No, I think it had its own tab. Grand Company. Also, I haven't done these because I cannot be bothered. Also, SC's kind of abandoned the system entirely at this point. They're like, oh, let's just do a trust system and then completely abandon the squad system. Yeah, I'm missing these. Because it's such a absolutely ridiculous ask to do 500 company leaves. They suck to do. They're so boring. If I'm not mistaken, you only get like 1 or 2 at a time, so you're constantly running back and forth, and they don't go to level cap for our Realm Reborn. Actually, I might be wrong on that. I think there might be a Mordona NPC. I think I was doing them a different area because it was faster. Yeah, it's not great. Not great at all. I really wish they'd go back. Either rework the leave quests so that they're tolerable and actually usable, or rework the achievements. I think reworking the quests would be the better way. That way you're also not punishing the people that actually, you know, for whatever reason bothered to go get that bracelet. And keep in mind, there's one of those for every single grand company. So, if you're a completionist, good fucking luck. Not to mention there's an allowance system, so you're always going to be kind of screwed over no matter what. This actually showed how many you had. I think I have to go journal. Yeah, I have 88 right now. I burned a bunch of them on really easy stuff because a couple of them also combined into unique recipe completions. Now, the individual recipe completions, it's not like the most important thing. When I was doing the Only Fish stuff, I kind of needed to do it if I wanted to make things go faster because it's extra EXP. Like, if you're leveling shit for the first time, you don't necessarily have to give a fuck about it. Especially because leaves give you so much EXP. You can kind of just do whichever basic ass one gives you more EXP with the fewest materials. Or ones that are repeatable if they're easy enough to do. That way you use, no wait, I think it still eats the allowances anyways. I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been so long since I had to give a damn, but, Etsy kind of stopped giving us the combat ones after we cheesed the shit out of them for, Heaven's Wired relic materials. You could absolutely cheat by grabbing one, activating it, going around to see if a treasure chest had spawned. If one had spawned, you picked up the chest, then then you canceled the leave and restarted it. If the chest wasn't there, you canceled it and restarted it. And you just kept doing that. You never completed the damn thing. I don't think it's any surprise that Heaven's Where was the last time we saw the combat ones. It's also the only time we had, that one where you could spend 10 to boost the amount you got out of it, which was not enough to justify using 10. You could have gotten more resources out of just using 10 individuals than burning them on the big ones. And the thing is, I don't think it was necessarily a failed system. I think SE just wasn't really putting much effort into them. Because really, these things haven't changed all that much since 1.0. They're kind of mostly the same. Really, the only big difference between 1.0 and now with the leaves is sorry, I'm trying to move my microphone. Really, the only difference is the crafty ones used to give you a package of materials to use, and if you ran out of those materials, you were shit out of luck and it failed to leave. I think it was less annoying, but that never came back. I don't know why. Oh yes, I have done the Easter event, even though there's really not much to do with it. It is done and dusted. I already have the parasol, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, no, the combat ones were just boring. That's it. Also, the fact that you had to constantly teleport back and forth all the time just made them unappealing. Like, honestly, I think it was just bad design that made them suck. That's it. You'll also notice that with the crafty ones, you don't have to go far to turn them in anymore. Yeah, Realm Reborn ones kind of make you run around a bit. At least the ones here in the city and like the surrounding area. And I don't even mean to just gather materials. I mean, you literally have to go to a different area sometimes to go turn them in. Yeah, I was derping around yesterday doing that because at least most of the materials I needed, I could just go grab off the NPC in the Carpenter's Guild. I'm starting to get past that point. At least for the stuff here. Should probably go to Limsa and Nolda and check to see what they have, because they usually seem to have at least a couple of lower tier ones. Whereas Grid has everything up to 50 technically. I say technically because it's like you get the 45 to 50 range. Yeah, that's basically the plan today, is just get some of that shit out of the way. Also, maintenance is tonight, so yeah, there's only so much I can get done today anyways. It's not for quite a while. I won't interrupt the stream unless something goes horribly wrong and they have to knock the servers down early. Also, my arm is still bruised, but, like, that doesn't bother me. I mentioned it before, I had to get my blood drawn for a test. So my arm still looks kind of fucked up. But to be fair, most of the freaking weird marks are not from the actual needle, it's from that stupid tape they stuck on my arm. It pulled on my skin and left a bunch of little red marks. Ah, oh, fuck. The sage is on a toaster. Oh, but just before I started the stream, I sent my retainer out to go get me more soil. I'm using grade 2.
They must have gotten in and made themselves at home.
Because at least I get more of it for, really? Okay, sure. Are you going to do your job, dumbass? One of those days, huh? You know, when I don't feel up to doing shit. Literally fucking asleep. Like, I can't blame the machinist at that point. I think it was the machinist for hitting them because, like, the tank literally ran right past them.
There should be an access hatch nearby that leads inside. Look for an opening.
I did. Maybe do your job next time. Or shit, make it look like you're even awake. You have dashes, you know.
I'm detecting something big. You'll have to deal with it to continue on.
Also, the machinist actually seems to have their shit together otherwise, so that's great. Problem is, the healer might not. And we don't have a combat res. Also, apparently, despite the fact that the machinist seems to have their shit together, this is going really slowly. We shouldn't be seeing a second instead of that.
Now, proceed to the access hatch and head inside.
Now, granted, I think the machinist's gear is actually higher than mine, technically. I don't think we... Yeah, no, they have actually more HP than I do. That I'm like, we shouldn't be at the same value. Oh, never mind. I see the problem. The sage is a brain-dead moron. Dude, why is Cardia on yourself? I get people thinking that's a good idea in, you know, PvP. It's not, because usually if somebody's doing that, they're never gonna move it. Why is it on yourself and not the tank in PvE?
It meant a lot to them.
How are you this dumb?
Upsetting to think that Preservation's terminal is in this place.
Hold on. Someone's got communication.
Might actually explain some shit. The fuck? Button inputs, please. Seriously, how do some people get to level cap? This might explain some shit. It's because he's technically not healing the tank. He's now having to fucking overdo it because he's got it on himself like an idiot. Like, you would be surprised how much that passive healing is when it's applied correctly.
So, you have come. Let us measure your strength.
means he's just straight up not DPSing, which would explain everything. Here, that's the safe spot. Dude, I need more space, asshole! Fuck. Yeah, I haven't seen a stage be this dumb in PvE in a while. Like, I would have felt the difference by now if that were me making that mistake. I would have felt that something was wrong. Especially because, you know, it's a warrior. Yeah, Sage, can you piss off the fuck off? Thank you. You know, I would have physically felt that something was wrong by this point. My heals wouldn't physically feel right.
That was hardly a challenge, I see.
I can physically feel when something's going wrong, and when it's a warrior, I assume it's me.
I bid you press on.
I assume I'm the problem. Because warrior's so unga-bunga about self-heals. Is I don't remember what the line is for the aggro. I keep getting the other dungeon lately. Fucking die. There we go. There we go. I might need to swap this controller out. Sometimes I don't know if it's the game dropping inputs or the controller.
I have something that may test you yet. This machine has long guarded these crumbling halls.
Okay, I gotta do this first. So all my buffs are wearing off.
How will you handle this? Let us introduce more weaponry.
I have enough space here. I'm gonna have... Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. I haven't tried to fit into the narrower areas.
Let us see what this yields.
I do not trust this sage to, you know, actually keep his fucking distance. He's been
Perhaps
so
a new
utterly
approach
oblivious the
to
whole
assess your
time.
adaptability.
Regardless, I do it. Okay, yeah, that one's good.
Still alive. How unfortunate. For you to die here, it would save me trouble later.
That one actually gonna go off. Oh, yeah, it is.
I'm beginning to understand how you were able to defeat Queen Eternal.
God, that was a giant waste of time. Seriously, I've never seen a sage be that fucking oblivious. I've seen them do incredibly stupid shit where they'll, like, in an 8-player instance, split the Cardias for whatever reason, or just never move them once the main tank swaps. I'm just like, okay, cool, you're throwing heals into nothing. It's always in an instance where it doesn't do anything to split them. Lovely. Trials only gives 15. Fuck. If the rules recollection, I would get enough, but I can't trust it would do that. We're gonna have to do level cap then. Okay, it's the only option, because that'll give me enough, on the end as well. Of course it goes to DPS required after I finish it. You would! But yeah, I can't trust that trials will give me recollection. It would have to be recollection, or it would have to be Sphene. Always this fucking thing. Always, without fail. Yo, can the rest of you do your jobs, please? Thank you. Tank, move your ass. Also, where the fuck is, Peloton? Dude. Yeah, this is literally the worst one to get. That's what Dancer DPS usually looks like on the first fight, because they're blowing every single one of their cooldowns all at once. Not even joking. That one's always ridiculous. Also, you know, we'd be more effective if you guys would shut the fuck up. if, you know, you actually bother to move shit so that we can hit it. Because, like, that's out of my AoE range at that point. But yeah, no, this is the reason nobody likes doing this. This fucker right here. Now, assuming we're not, like, super hard capped here, which I don't see. Or, no, actually, I think I'm missing a bit of HP. There's a spot here. Here it is. Except the tank's fucking me over. That's cool. Also, considering how heavily my DPS is impacted if I get fucking hit by these things, I'm better off fucking running away from them for a brief second and maybe losing like one fucking input. Didn't get hit once. But yeah, because you're basically locked out for like 6 to 8 seconds. I don't remember what the time the head is on. You are much better off losing 1 second of DPS if it means not losing 6. Fuck on. Now I gotta keep up with the tank here. Why me? Dick. Really? Okay. Okay, game. Fuck you too. Carousel that's throwing shit at us, because I've never noticed it before. fuck's sake, tank. Then again, I think it has to move right back to mid anyways. Okay, technically I only need to follow that one over there. Because they don't shuffle. They're gonna remain in the same order. Hank, move it back. Back, buddy. Bye. Okay, theoretically I shouldn't have to pay attention to this one. But yeah, SC thankfully did not make those things shuffle their positions. They just rotate. That was a weird fucking angle. Okay. Hold up, game. What the shit was that? I got super confused after that dash. Yes, I know I can just turn around, but I don't want to on this one. Yeah, we are. Okay, no, we're not, guys. I'm gonna get rid of one of them so the healer can do more. They're not both slamming the ground. The healer doesn't have to do as much work to keep I've had healers literally just say fuck doing their job and just let people die here before too. Fucking sad and pathetic, man. Okay, Oogie Boogie, let's go. This one didn't get the benefit of the changed, oh, right, it didn't get the benefit of the changed, icons. I guess it kind of doesn't really need it, because it's always no positionals, but, like, still. I don't know. I think it would have been nice. Guys, get... Okay, some of you already did it. The healer just killed themselves. Hooray! Dude, really? And when we have a Dark Knight, too? Hold on, I want to be next to this one. And we're done. He doesn't AoE that much. Really. In the grand scheme of things. Which is the only thing we needed the healer for. Also, that's a new item. I couldn't tell you when it was added. I've never seen it before. Hold on. I gotta see that, show that fucking message because it's funny. I am thrilled I didn't wipe us. I am distraught that my roll is not necessary. That's so perfect. Hi, Zol. How's it going? And I was expecting that sage from the last round to be the fucking reason we got wiped out. So he was so oblivious and had cardio on himself the whole time. No, it's the scholar that ends up dead. But I'm capped out now. So, we're back to what I was actually planning to do. Which is weird Realm Reborn achievement crafting. But yeah, that wouldn't be the first dungeon where I've seen somebody wipe on the final boss and we've proved their role is entirely unnecessary. Dude, it's not even this expansion, it was last expansion. I have a highlight of Thanatotes eating shit on like one of the first hits of Hermes. And we just did the entire thing without him and the setup was very similar, except I think I was on Monk. I think that was the only difference. We just did the entire thing without him. And that is a much more complicated AoE heavy fight. But yeah, no, it's amazing how unnecessary the healers can be sometimes. Oh, I gotta see what this actually does. My inventory is full of materia. Healers are necessary, just not so much for leveling dungeons and some of the just like 4-player stuff in general. Tanks have been upgraded too hard. Dark Knight's kind of the iffy one, if I gotta be honest. Dark Knight and Gunbreaker, Paladin and Warrior make healers very unnecessary though. What was I planning on doing specifically? Oh, right. I gotta go to my house. Dawnbreaker's kind of getting up there, though. Dark Knight's always the iffy one, just because of the way their defensive cooldowns work. I have more materia. What am I thinking? Hold on. Boy, do I wish I could do this all at once and not have to do it individually. But I don't think there's a way to do that. Yet. I really wish this didn't work my gear setup, though, because it assumes that it's a different piece because the bond is different. There's also just like a lot of solo tank stuff flying around online. But they're doing instances where it really shouldn't work, but it does. Okay, so what is this? I've never seen it before. Can I preview this, then? I don't want to pick something up just to look at it. Well, I might be able to type in floor stencil to be fair. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Oh, shit! That kind of kicks ass. I don't know where I'd have room in my house for it though. Might be time to buy an apartment again. Because the floor is very covered by things. This is kind of sick, though. Also, it's underneath the rugs, too. It was actually layered. I don't think I have storage space anymore. I have one storage slot. Get in there. Yeah, this is my house. I've had this since they opened up the subdivisions. I also don't go in here very often, but I have like a study and a collection of fish portraits that are not fish. Okay, one of them's a seahorse, but yeah. Entire bookshelf, posters, another chair, more fish. This is like years of fucking around with this thing. I've got PvP trophies, more PvP, bunch of statues my retainers brought back. Seasonal stuff, more fish. The big boys down here. Behold, the rainbow fish. Don't ask me how much work this takes to catch. I don't want to get into it. Bedroom. It's a bit derpy. I'm gonna change some of these pictures out, honestly. Oh, and I'm not gonna lie, that mannequin has freaked me out a few times. I have a little loft, but I'm not entirely sure what to do with this thing. There's only tabletop items fit up here. Also, mecha fish. The big one? That was a week's worth of work tracking the spawns and stuff. I did catch it myself. That was my hard work. I did not buy this thing. Where is it in the fishing guide? God, this thing is so big now. Shit, what was his name? Let me in. Warden of the Seven Hues. This motherfucker. He's in Prism Lake. He's in one of the old Stormblood areas. But you have to catch like a bunch of different colored variants, and once you start out, you can't stop. You have to try to go through all of it. It's like a 1-hour sequence of shit. And then there's no guarantee you'll catch it at the end. Yeah, no. The house is kind of just a collection of all the shit I've done over the years. Because again, I've been playing since 1.0. I've been around for a long time. I don't have enough soil to pull these just yet, do I? Nah, okay, they'll stay here for a bit. Until my retainer comes back. I could always just get it myself, but I'm lazy and I have the retainer for a reason. I guess let's get this out of my inventory while we're at it. Need to make a crab bow. Also, I used to have Nier music playing in here, but that keeps getting copyright trolled on YouTube, so I had to take it out. Also, yes, there is a lot of fishing stuff. I kind of forgot how much of it there was. I forgot about the lures. God, this looks so cool, though. Like right now, my only complaint with the house is that my retainers clip into the wall. Because they don't understand the wall is there. But if I turn the bell, it's not lined up the way I want it to be. Yeah, this is my little hideaway from the other players. And I have had this for so fucking long at this point. I've had people ask before, hey, did you have trouble getting your house? And I was like, no, nobody was buying them at the time. They had just doubled how many houses there were. They were not selling out that fast. And I got basically all the money back. Oh yeah, that was still in A Realm Reborn. I basically got all the money back because they released a new part of the Relic quest line at the time. And it just so happened it needed fish. So I made like 1 million gil per fish for a while there. It was ridiculous. Basically got all the money back immediately. Okay. Yeah, no, get this both done first. That's out of the way. So I need red coral, green megala crab shell. I need 2 alt goat horns. I know it doesn't look like it. I need 1 for this as well. And then I need oak lumber. And beast sinew, but I'm pretty sure I have this. Yeah. Out of everything, I have that at least. Okay, I just had to check. Sometimes I have junk sitting around. Okay, I don't have oak sitting around. Okay, I guess go bug some alt goats first. Trying to think where I find green megala crabs. I think the ones around Costa del Sol are red. I might be wrong though. Alt goats. I think most of this is found in Limsa. Around. Not looking this shit up. We're gonna go exploring today. See where my memory's at. So even if I find the right enemy, there's no guarantee it's gonna drop what I'm looking for. Also, the game's gonna bitch at me a lot for the height thing. These areas were never designed to have flight. So the limit's very low. Also, they had to account for the fact that we used to be able to get off the map here. You could, get out of bounds somewhere along this area. They apparently did fix it. One of my buddies tested it right after the, Heaven's Ward came out. He, like, jumped somewhere along the edges around here. I don't remember where exactly. It's been so long. Actually, they might have just taken that entire section out. Now I think about it. I could have sworn there was an extra bit of debris here. Which is how we were getting out. How were we doing that? No, it's gone. It's totally gone. I don't remember how we did it. It was so long ago. It's just gone. Alright, this exits the other side. Huh. And these areas are just way too small for flights. But I also feel like we're making the areas too big again, and there's just nothing in them. So we've kind of hit the same fucking problem we used to have in a Realm Reborn. In 1.0. Not Realm Reborn. There's just there's too much open area. Also, Essie, thank you for letting us fly across the lake. Then again, there's fish in the water now. You can actually dive into the lake. There's some fishing nodes down here somewhere. Also, like, take up fishing. You get to go to some really weird spots in the game you wouldn't normally see. There's some really cool shit you can find. Okay, I guess we can just keep exploring. It's not like it takes me long to get through any of these areas. I know they're not going to be over there. Oh, I really wish Essie would come back and fix the audio loops here. I noticed that when I was doing the Only Fish thing, the music loops are really badly set in these old areas. You get absolutely dead silence for minutes at a time. If they haven't fixed it because they don't have the time, they don't care, or they have a contractual obligation. So I believe these older pieces were Uematsu and not Soken. I might be wrong on that. Yeah. The first 3 openings were, for sure. Man, my memory's worse than I thought. I think I'm gonna have to go to Thanaland for the goats. The crabs, though. Yeah, these are red ones. I don't think they're gonna drop what I need here. So now that I think about it, I'm surprised we don't have an in-game list of enemies and their drop tables or anything. It wouldn't be as useful as it would be in other games, but I could make use of it. Like, we have the entire gathering lists. Why can't we do this? Green. If you do this, it just brings up a blank. Red coral, I believe, is fishing, though. Which, can't look it up by gathering method either. Thanks, Essie. That'd be convenient. Can't do that. Copy item name. So I need to know where this is. There's a couple areas in Western. Do I even have the bait it was recommending? Hold up. There's actually more info in here than I thought there was. I don't think it told you the hook set originally. It says krill cage feeder. That's a very incomplete information. I can tell you that much. Say here, right? Okay, yeah, this works. I don't know if the metal spinner will, though. Hold on. I just realized I should do this. There I go. Everything else will get tossed back into the water aside from the coral. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Versatile should, theoretically. Metal spinners are actually intended to catch specifically the fish used for our custom delivery turn-ins, which don't exist in A Realm Reborn at all. So I guess none of them got reprogrammed for them. Interesting. That wasn't a thing until Heaven's Ward and late into Heaven's Ward. It wasn't originally released with it. Oh, right. God, that reminds me. Ugh. So, the reason her name is Loie is apparently the Japanese names for those two characters meant black and white. And, nobody informed the English teams Loie was gonna exist. So they didn't catch the joke. Which is why her name is so stupid. Because they're like, well, shit, now she has to match with Chloe. Oops. This is, kind of incompetent. When it comes to communicating shit, I can tell you that much. It's not the first time they fucked up, and it certainly won't be the last. Like, shit, we still have borked text in PvP. Probably will forever at this point until the abilities get deleted. Sorry, I have to keep checking back on something. I ordered some more gamer subs, but, like, they never send the shipping information anymore. I don't fucking know why. Yet they use a random-ass courier. So I have to keep checking back periodically to see if maybe the courier is moving. Because I don't fucking know where the order is. I don't know why they have this fucking issue in the first place. Why they've had that issue for, like, a year now. Maybe stop bringing content creators on as partners. I don't know. Just a thought there. Because it's, definitely made shit worse. I don't think it's a coincidence that shit went downhill after the first one they invited on. Yeah, the last few orders, they never send the shipping information. They say they will, they never do. It's amazing how few fucks they give that they keep screwing everybody over. So maybe I should go to a spot with fewer fish on the list. I don't know if it actually fixed things. I'm gonna have these. Fate it wanted. Its clay means better. No, I only have one cage feeder in here. Oh no, I have another one. Hold on. I don't know if this is gonna improve it at all. Piece of coral. Why does it give a shit about bait? Go fucking figure. I see. Makes sense, please. Alright, back to what I was looking for. We got one item. Now I gotta go find the others. Hello. Bonk. What I'm looking for. It gave me a leg. I don't want the leg. Problem is things are linked because I'm so much higher level. These might just may not drop them at all. We've gotten 3 legs and no shells. Yeah, I don't think these drop them. Can I use the legs for anything, though? Hold on. Just... crab oil. Stuffed artichoke. I do need other things. Okay, it's just crab legs. I think I need that set of alchemy recipes, though. I do need high qualities, I can tell you that much. Yeah, no. It's just the last one. The old stuff. Okay, so not that helpful. Oh, never mind. Got a crab shell. Yeah, no. Okay, they do drop them. Just apparently didn't want to. Okay, so I just need the horns. And then everything else I have. Where to? Dry bone, maybe? This is a lot of work just for one item. Also, I did the other 2 that were in Mordona. Those ones I bought off the NPC because I was lazy. And the game was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Game didn't care. There's one horn. Yeah, skins might be useful later, too. Oh, I think I have possibly... I know I have some basic leather sitting around. Just an old item that's been sitting there. I'm like, oh, I'll get to the achievements eventually, and then just never do. Oh, hi! I, wasn't expecting a hunt mob. God damn. Freaking jump scare, man. Like, everything should be low level. This is fine. Just a level 50 chillin'. Okay, we got 2 now. So I think that's all I need. Crab bow. 1 for this part. Tried in by crafting method. And 1 for this part. Okay. So we got enough. I need to take a quick break though. Let me I don't trust shit like that. I'm going back into the camp. Back to the camp, or at least I know I'll be safe. Okay. So, I'm gonna run some ads. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I must hit the wrong button. Whoops. Alright, time to go. Get the last shit together. I needed oak, right? Wait, how much did I need this fucking stuff? Hold on. Method. Why do you need 3 lumber for this? No, actually, Essie, why? Oh, right, I still have to go back to town at least. I need a retainer. I did keep some of the older materials around, again, just because I thought I might end up doing this. I can't tell you how glad I was when they got rid of the high-quality gathering stuff. It fixed my inventory a bit. Hi, Aid, how's it going? Hi, how's it going? Off for another day? Huh. Did I store them in here? No, I didn't store them in here. Okay, why the actual fuck are these things? I know I have them. They were on that retainer. Why the fuck couldn't I see them? Where are they? Ah, there they are. There we go. Finally done with this. Now I gotta go back to Mardona. God, I have so much crap in my inventory now. If I didn't already have enough crap in my inventory. All this for one bow. There, and all of these are done. Let's say should be. I don't remember if this spawns another set. If it does, it's not up, so. Oh yeah, how close am I to Honest Gillionaire? What was that? Not even close. There used to be 2 of these. They got rid of the other set because enemies don't really drop money anymore. But yeah, I think there used to be one for getting 10 million off of enemies specifically. Now it's just this one. And then they added in another one for some reason. Alright. Gridania, I think. Next. Okay, I do have alt goat. I can store those. Is there anything I could do easily with oak right now that's gonna benefit me anyway? Oh, actually, go to Gridania and then check the, check everything there first. Because again, that one goes up higher. And to be fair, most of them probably aren't done. Also, why are there so many people in Grid? It's not like they're doing the events. Like, there's far fewer people in old Gridania than new Gridania. Wow, these are all over the place. Game. What the fuck? Oh, I have brass. Hold on, I might actually just have the materials for this. It's just the growth formula I don't have. Great. And that takes walnuts. Oh. What? It must have been for when I was working on the achievements last time, because why else would I have 375 high-quality walnut, lumber? Fucking weird shit, man. Okay, what do I need for this? Rock salt, quicksilver. Okay, no, I should have everything for this one. Just not the rock salt, but that's a basic item. Oh, this is pinned. Oh, wait, is this for, this might be for glamour prisms. Usually if I make glamour prisms, I'm working off of silver. got what I needed. Rock salt, blue land trap, vials of quicksilver. Jeez, I really did throw everything in random places, huh? Ice trap. Why is this in here? Why is it in such a weird spot? I'm trying to upgrade this. This is the Hellhound weapon for Red Mage. It does have an upgradable. I think I still have crystals for that. Oh, piss off, loser. Literally just read my search information. Fuck's sake. You're not the one that had... I'm looking for... There's rock salt. Did I need one of each? What did I need? Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. Hold on. Because I don't want to be in one. There's nothing an FC can offer me that I can't get myself. Like, it literally says in my search information not to fucking send me invites. And yet I'll get them while sitting in my house, and I'm just like... You literally had to have looked up my name to find that, and yet you couldn't do the basic reading comprehension. It's fucking wild. Okay, brass. Okay, they're all on the same one. But yeah, I haven't been in an FC since, like, Starblood started. I think I left the last one at the end of Heaven's Ward. I don't think there are. Most of them go to link shells instead. And, like, why would I want to be in one anyways? Like, ranked is entirely solo. And I can't participate in the tournaments that are for, why would I want friends? Yeah, no. People in PvP are my enemies, not my friends. I literally can't take part in any of the FanFest tournaments because I can't travel. So what's the point? Also, like, I'm constantly surrounded by idiots. Anybody in a PvP FC would just be impossible to deal with. Like, I don't join 14 discords. None of them. Which, when I was doing the Only Fish thing, people were like, wait, you're doing this because you want to? I was like, yeah. Yeah, I am. I was having fun for the most part with that. I didn't need an incentive like a tournament to fucking want to do weird fishing shits. Wait, hold on. Okay, this is a turn-in in town. Sometimes they aren't. But I don't join any of the discords. I don't join any of the fucking link shells. I just straight up do not care. Most of the time, I hate being around people on this game. It is such a miserable experience. Like, shit. Somebody commented on one of my shorts, which is, like, the absolute dumbest fucking advice I'd ever seen. It was basically that kind of advice you get from people who clearly weren't paying attention to the rest of the conversation and just have to insert themselves in out of the middle of nowhere. Dude was like, oh, you can go to the door to bring up the information so you can get into the instance instantly. And it's like, you're basing this off of half of a second of the duty finder being open and me standing next to the NPC. One, I've been playing since 1.0. I fucking know that already. Two, I would have had to turn off recollection anyway, so going to the entrance was pointless. Three, I can menu faster than I could have walked to the frickin' entrance. Four, why the fuck are you giving that advice to anybody in a short that has nothing to do with the duty finder? Jesus fucking Christ. It's amazing just how fucking stupid people are. Cane. Lumber. Alright. I said I was gonna put some of this away. Yeah, for the most part, I've just been completely done with the 14 community as a whole. I fucking can't with people these days. I keep playing the game because I genuinely enjoy playing it. I cannot stand its fucking population at all. It has just gotten worse over the years. Say this was? Because this one I've definitely got to keep. Yeah, I know, it's on the food one. Some of the food items ended up in different spots. That is not what I wanted, but whatever. We'll do it anyways. Okay, gotta put it in my pocket and not the retainers. Okay, what the hell do I need? I know I need elm, obviously. Elm cane, iron spear. Clove oil. Okay, I have that. The fact that you said that in quotations marks tells me fucking everything. This community is such a dumpster fire. Okay, I need growth formula beta. Again, I have everything for it. That's not the problem. Well, except to get the rock salt, but like, who cares? I can get that easily. I have so much Cubist flesh? What was I up to? That's gelatin. Yeah, I've just long since lost patience with everybody. I can't stand it. I can't stand being around others. But there's just absolutely zero reason to be an FC. They won't offer me anything. FCs are either too small to physically ever do anything, or too big to ever give a shit about most of its members. There's no middle ground. Not to mention, I've had some of them send me like 20 fucking invites before. Or there was that one that was literally standing in the same room, and every time I hit no, they just ran back up to me and sent it again. Like, fuck's sake. Keep in mind, the blacklisting system has been decaying over years. So I had to literally find where they were in a super crowded area and blacklist them. Because they would not take no for a fucking answer. And you unfortunately can't set your invite settings to block one thing. It's either everything or nothing. Alright, why the... Where is Elm? Alright, didn't I say I just had a... No, that was a different one. What did I say I had a fuck ton of for no apparent reason? Oh, this is right outside. Mine's still full of a lot of bots, unfortunately. I gotta sort through it and see if any more got banned. Unfortunately, it doesn't just automatically remove them from the list for some reason. Thanks, Essie. Seriously. Essie, it's not like you haven't run an MMO before. Why the fuck are our settings so backwards when it comes to reporting and blacklisting? Why have to write a fucking essay to report somebody instead of right-clicking, report for a specific reason, fill out a little extra text blurb? Have it gather all the information on its own. I keep pointing this out and nothing ever changes. You have the absolute most backwards fucking social systems in existence. Not to mention, blacklisting somebody doesn't stop them from running up to you and emoting on you over and over. And if you don't blacklist somebody off your friends list due to fallout, they can just keep sending you fucking harassment because the blacklist does not work in text form anymore. There is no input text line to blacklist somebody. When they started adding in all the cross-server stuff, it broke that. And I could have sworn they said they were fixing it. I don't know if they actually did. But they sure as fuck haven't fixed the reporting system to make it actually useful. A lot of fucking bad behavior gets underreported because nobody wants to put up with that shit. And I don't fucking blame them. It is way too tedious. I don't know how the game ever got released with such a shit fucking blacklist and reporting system. We originally didn't even have that right-click report for RMT thing. That got added later. You would think that would have been a pretty sure indication of, hey, maybe we should have this system. No, they still didn't fix it. Then again, SC is the one that made the wedding system in 11 require a game master to actually show up and officiate. Not even joking. I went to one of those weddings. It was fucking bullshit, and those dudes were high-strung as all hell. If you made one tiny mistake, they fucked with you for no reason. One of the dudes that was managing things with the couple ended up getting some of his items deleted because he DC'd by accident. The GM was like, oh, clearly he DC'd on purpose to try to buy time. I was like, no, his connection just sucks ass, dude. Calm the fuck down. Literally everybody's telling you that, and you still deleted some of his items for no reason. Keep in mind, a lot of the shit in 11 was fucking expensive. Wasn't a system where everything's easily obtainable. Like, for the most part, shit here is easily obtainable. Like, the most you're gonna have to go through is raids and extreme fights. But even then, it's not like you can't replicate the item or get it eventually. If you just keep clearing it. That was not the case with 11. Like the body piece I had in 11 for Bard, it had a 7-hour lottery spawn, meaning it could technically spawn at its minimum, but it was more likely going to take several days to show up again. Because why make things easy? Oh yeah, I gotta return to my house now because I can actually set the garden properly. Also, raid groups back then were like 24 players. No, not 24. Parties were 6 players each. You needed, fuck, what was it? You needed like 18 players for a raid group back then. Hello, Casca. How are you doing? I'm a bit sore still from Saturday. Where the fuck was I going here? I always kind of forget this Ethernet shard exists. It didn't originally. I don't know why. You know, sore's kind of normal for me. My body doesn't work very well. Where did I say clove oil was? I gotta look this up again. Oh, and I have to make another elm lumber. Okay, back to Gridania and then back to my house. No, seriously, why is everybody just piled into Gridania right now? Okay, one of these is not returned here. It's actually making the game lag. Carpentry related ones. Either quest turn-ins or, ENIX. Right now. I still have the 41 to 50 achievement to work on. Where's this one? Yeah, no, I'm missing a lot of the really old, crafting achievements. There I go. There's one of them. Yeah, I explained it earlier. Because I had a lot of this stuff leveled up from 1.0 and then transferred the character over, a lot of stuff ended up not being done because I already had the levels and didn't need to do any of it. So, a lot of it ended up not getting done at all. Alright, back to my house. If they're listed anywhere but the legacy section, they should be doable. I don't think any of them are bugged. Like, the legacy section only shows ones that you have that don't technically exist anymore. Like, this is all the ones that are not obtainable anymore. And rather, in the case of Garuda, it's not that it's not obtainable, it's that it's not technically the same fight anymore. Like, here's the other Gillionaire achievement, which is not obtainable. Yeah, unless it's in the Legacy tab, it should work. Theoretically, as long as you're following the instructions. Alright, use. Now, I'm using tier 2 soil even though it gives me less, but it takes way longer to send the retainer out to get tier 3. And it's not like the seeds are expensive or hard to get. Really wish I could grow crystals and not just shards, though. At least I can use the inside to get a couple extra, though. Not cancel. Also, I can always tell when it's playing Smile because there's so much dead noise at the start of it. No, really, Essie, why'd you do that? So I may need to actually go get more seeds. It kind of didn't give me enough at all doing that. I know where to get them. That's not the problem. Yeah, I'll go grab some extra. Now, these are hidden, technically, but they come up pretty frequently. Wait, what's so amazing? Oh! Yeah, no, Essie needs to give us a proper bait bag already. My inventory would be so much better off if I could store the bait somewhere else. And still be able to access it. We don't have one, despite the fact that when you open the bait inventory, it opens its own separate window. It's baffling why we don't have one. Like, SE, why are we punishing people who are into niche content? Like, shit, you're fucking over the PvPers right now. We still have 4 borked abilities in English, and, we got absolutely no new items, aside from what was in Malmstones, which is an absolute joke. No, not as far as I'm aware, it's just shards. But, like, if you're working on these old achievements, you will... Oh, that's lavender seeds. Shit. But if you're working on these old crafting achievements, trust me, that's gonna help you quite a bit on its own. So, to be fair, crystals are a lot easier to obtain now than they used to be. They've given us abilities like 12's Bounty to make it a bit easier. It's not as rough as it used to be. Not to mention, if you're working on, item-related achievements, you can also get some crystals by just shooting the sprites when they pop up. Okay, game, stop giving me lavender seeds. There's also, shit, what the hell is it called? Ethereal Reduction, which is a gathering thing. You can get certain items and use Ethereal Reduction on them, and it gives you shards, crystals, and clusters. But that one takes a bunch of research because you have to know how to find them and what they all drop. Not to mention, it takes a bunch of cordials to do it really effectively. In case anybody's wondering, yes, doing this does reset the nodes. I have to hit 3 here. That's how it works for Realm Reborn. They changed the way that works for every other expansion. Every other expansion had 3 sets of 2 instead. Also, I still have to work on diadem achievements as well. Quite a few of them, actually. It's just growing my own shards is a little more accurate. Unfortunately, the sprites give you a random loadout. I don't even know what's in it. I have not been paying any attention to live letters or any news at all. So I don't even know what's there. Oh, no problem. I think in the case of every other area where it's 2 per, I think you just have to hit one of the sets. You don't have to hit both. I don't really care at this point. Just let me know. I've probably seen it already. I did see the timeline. I just don't fucking remember what's on it. Okay, I have more than enough seeds for right now. Oh, that's finally fucking happening. Yeah, no, not really. Are they doing leaderboards again? Because I might care later, once we get into a different set. Eh. So I know in later sets the leaderboards were really goddamn easy to get onto. At least on the lower levels. So I actually do have the title for doing it on Season 3, I think it was. Or Phase 3, or whatever they called it. Which is funny, because I think I was also messing around with TFT at that point. Anything else I can use the iron ingots for? That I haven't done yet. I should probably make one of these. Oh, yeah. No, but I need a U branch. Yeah, I didn't think I had any lapis lazuli. Okay, back into Gridania. Also, like, my poor inventory is suffering enough right now. I don't think I can handle doing most of that shit to begin with. Just maybe the basic gathering, and that's about it. Also, Essie, can we get an Aethernet crystal, like, right here? Please. I know that entryway is kind of a remnant of 1.0, but, why is there not one nearby? I don't know. Just make it slightly easier, please. Skin blood. I don't think there's any way to get ash branches faster. Definitely have cotton. I can use up some of the cotton so I can get rid of it. I didn't have that much of it. Okay, so I need ash branches and I need yew branches. Don't think the NPC sells these. Let's get this done first. Oh, right, I'm on botanist. Whoops. Bronze rivets. Hold on, those I might be able to get from the NPC. Bronze rivets. Is it bronze? Oh my god, it is so laggy here. Why are you all here? Wrong NPC. So at least this lower tier stuff is not using a ton of shards. Okay, you branch. And 2 ash branches. Okay, that's along the river. Hmm. Seriously, it's so laggy in there. What the hell, guys? Go away. I usually expect that kind of lag when I'm, you know, around Solution 9, around the Nexus arcade. Why the fuck are you all here? It was laggy like this yesterday, too. Yeah, you would do that, game. You would. That's enough. That's all I really needed. Oh, wait, there's another way to get back into Gridania from here. But I guess made to the part of Gridania I need. And it's free. Yeah, in case anybody didn't know that was there. So, how often do you really need to use it? I need 2 lumber. Oh, and the only reason I'm doing this high quality is because, yeah, I technically still need the high quality achievements. Like, any small amount is still something. Oh, wait, that uses ash. Right. Right. Yeah, I didn't think I had any. Okay, I do have some animal glue. That uses elm. Okay, we'll do this one too, so I get rid of the extra iron. Actually, I should maybe check to see if this is a turn-in as well, just in case. Where did I say animal glue was? Jellyfish humors? What? I don't have any. I have so much weird shit in my retainers, I don't even know anymore. Sunrise Telling. This isn't one of the ones I could get off the NPC, was it? No, I don't think so. Growth Formula Alpha, yeah, no on this. I think it's fishing, too. Was it fishing or mining? Can't tell with some of these. That would use up the U branch. No, it is actually, it's mining. Well, now I have two of them. Also, I see, why does this one cost money, but the one in Grid doesn't? Alright. Back to Grid. I want to check to see if maybe these were attached to any of the quests. Save myself some time. You know, aside from the massive lag here. I guess it could be worse, but... Ugh. Why? Why is it so laggy? It's so awful. Okay, so we did all of the 15 ones. Of course, that takes lapis lazuli. I guess we're going and getting some anyways. Iron Lance. Yeah, there's you, Radical. Didn't I just... Is it an Iron Spear or an Iron Lance? It's Iron Spear. Okay. That would be. Oh. Yeah, this one's complete already. Because I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's easy, and just did it. Oh yeah, I know, it's walnut lumber. Yeah, it is easy. At least that turn-in for this one is in town. Also, SC, it just occurred to me, one of the things that might make this a little easier, give us the ability to shut off minions if it's a little cramped in an area. Turn off the visual effects for them and stuff. Or just turn them off entirely. A little too much, maybe? Might help, I'm not entirely sure. I know minion movement is actually client-side, not server-side. The fact that the minion's out is server-side. What it's moving and its animations are client-side. Figured that out with Thanatos, because we could see his Shantoto minion standing in different locations. It should help. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm just being out, I'm pretty sure, is server-side. So being able to shut the minions off, or at least shut them off within a certain range, might help. 1.0 had a weird way it did it, which might work with the minions. If you were within a certain range of a player, you could see them. But if you had 50 player models loaded, they started loading in as this blank model instead. And then you could only see so many of those. So it did kind of fix itself a little. It wasn't a great solution. It looked really weird, but it might help a bit. Yeah, we've gotten to the point where there's way too many fucking people here. This is too much. We need to do something. Because I am lagging just by existing here. Like, I can feel it in every single menu. Because at least with Solution 9, if I am anywhere besides Nexus Arcade, I don't notice it. I don't know. That might help a little, or at least give us the option to do stuff like that. Give us the option to set it to the way it was in 1.0, where we could only see, like, a base frame of the character. Because we're at the point where people keep AFKing in these zones and just not doing anything is making the game lag. I don't think it's my computer. I don't think it is anyways. I think the server's just fucking struggling at this point. This is way more people than I usually see just AFK around the Aetheryte. Honestly, just leaving the AFK kick timer in as a permanent feature would also help. I knew somebody who left their PlayStation on for an entire weekend just AFK. I was like, wow, that is such a waste of power in the first place, too. What the fuck? Why? What's even the point? I don't mention good way to break your PlayStation early. Just leave it on for 4 days straight, not doing anything, except with 14 running. Lance and then the mask. So I need some lapis lazuli. They were at some point. I don't think they play anymore. So what happened, the reason I found out they did this is I sent them a message because I, assumed they were actually playing the game. Turns out they had pissed off for 4 days with the console left on. There's also this one dude who I think was AFK in the same spot for like a month straight. I think he moved all of like 2 steps that entire time. In the gold saucer. I have no idea. But, like, something needs to be fucking done, Essie. This is ridiculous. I know Yoshida keeps saying he wants players to be able to enjoy the game however they want, and just, sometimes that is doing weird things in certain areas, but, like, fuck me. It's such a problem now. These were, they were right at the gate, right? Yeah, that's them. I need one question mark? Yeah, okay. Hey. And now I have way more. Eh. But, like, you would think it'd be because, the event is running right now. It's not because the event. They're not doing the event stuff. The event is an old grid. Usual spot at the amphitheater. But the idea of having it just kick people off if they're AFK for too long. The problem is that they would have to seal up all the ways people have figured out over the years to avoid that. And I will say that turning off effects helped a little. Because sometimes people walk in here and they've got certain things turned on. So that helps a smidge, and it used to help back in the earlier days when there were issues. But, doesn't help as much anymore, and it doesn't turn off armor effects. Or weapon effects. I can understand that when it's expansions, because it can take hours to get logged in if something's going wrong. Oh wait, I had to go to Goldsmith first. Goldsmith. It's so exhausting. There's just so many people that are full on AFK for days at a time. Ash. I gotta go get Ash again. I think this is just outside. Yeah. Oh wait, I can just buy fish oil. Hold on. Just when I saw it in here. Yeah. Okay. That covers that one. I just need to grab another leather. Like, we've got to do something about this at this point. Like, I see, you can't just keep leaving it as it is. It's also funny that 1.0 had methods to combat some of the lag issues, even though the server was way worse. It also wasn't a great method, but if we had the ability to toggle it on and off if I was having problems, that'd be nice. Give it a nice little text command so I can just macro it in. Toggle it on and off if I'm having trouble. Just like anything, Essie. Anything at all at this point. Okay, that one's in town. So it really doesn't help that this is the area that if I have to go transfer between servers on the same data center, I end up here. If I have to transfer between data centers, it sends me to Gridania, to that exact spot around the Aetheryte, because Gridania is my starting point. Oh, also I ran past the NPC. Whoops. Like, I need to get this out of my inventory first. Granted, at least when I'm doing the server transfer thing for PvP, it takes its sweet time loading in, so I don't get all the lag from all the fucking players standing around. It's not as bad. So definitely could be a lot worse. That as well. I can always just go get more. The other thing I said I was doing. something else that could use the branch. Which branch was this? That was ash. Do I have a ram horn? I think I could just... Why am I asking? I think I could just buy one. Case scenario. I have enough ash to make another log. Okay. Oh, this way. Oh, fuck. I just realized I forgot to track when the plants were due. Damn it. I think it takes about an hour. Is this in here? No. I thought it was. Never mind then. Huh. Some of the bones are in here. Maybe it's on the other NPC. I guess I can check. Maybe it is. A lot of the low tier materials are on the guild NPCs. Also good, it's raining. That's totally what I needed when this game's already having problems. Oh, there's also technically another solution. SE could just instance the areas off, but like, that's a bit excessive for what's going on. Okay, I have enough elm. I need more iron. And some hard leather. And this one, I think I have to go to a different area to even turn it in. Be the last thing I do for today. I kind of want to keep the stream on the short side. Then again, we're almost at 3 hours, so really all that short. Granted, to be fair, would have gotten more done if I wasn't just a smidge off on my tomes. Ended up having to run Strayborough. Fuck, I don't remember. I just got the measurements and the dietitian told me what the measurement was. I think she said 170 centimeters. 170 or 180. Hold on. I need the actual conversions because even I don't know what that means off the top of my head. So I'm somewhere between 5'5" and like 5'7", I think. Which, if my mom finds that out, she's gonna be very disappointed. She thinks I'm 5'10", but she's basing that off of how tall she is, and I keep telling her she's way shorter than she thinks she is. And yes, she is. Okay, where does this have to go? Why must it be raining everywhere right now? Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. There will be a stream tomorrow. At the very least, there should be, assuming nothing goes horribly wrong. Gonna get the weekly basic raid stuff done. And then maybe go look at the new stuff. I'm not sure I'm gonna get around to it. It depends how bad raids go. Cause, y'all know how Brood Abomination goes. That one is, hit and miss. I'm still running into healers that have no business being in there. There should be a VOD up tomorrow as well. I still gotta set it up because I was lazy yesterday and just didn't get around to it. Whoops. And the last of the Potion Craft VODs is up on Wednesday, in case anybody cares about watching me make Philosopher's Salt for 2 hours. God, that recipe was so ridiculous. It took so long. Oh god, I wish that was the case on that fight, because, yeah, no. If the healers aren't doing their jobs, everybody just dies. Everybody just absolutely keels over. It doesn't matter how well the rest of us are playing, if the healers don't do their jobs, we're just done for. Yeah, that's the plans for the rest of the week. I also need to get off my butt and edit shorts again. I really should. They perform so much better. Well, maybe not the 14 ones. The 14 ones perform kind of iffy. The Potion Craft ones did oddly well. I don't know why. I should get off my ass and edit shorts again. Stop being lazy, me. No, I don't do TikTok. I hate TikTok. I don't want TikTok kids running around here. I don't want to have to babysit people is what it is. Which is why I don't link the Discord on the YouTube end of things and just here. Yeah, but obnoxious TikTok kids that don't know basic manners. No. Absolutely not. Also, I'm Canadian, so, like, the TikTok ban wasn't that big of a deal for me. Like, it wasn't banned up here. I just can't stand the platform. It's so dumb, and there's so many assholes. Theoretically, we're supposed to be nice, but we're all pissed off at the Americans right now, so, yeah, you're kind of gonna have to suck it up and deal on that one. We're very not happy about things. Also, don't piss us off in war. Let's just say Canadians committed a few war crimes during, like, World Wars I and II. If you can find there's a video on YouTube talking about it. It's actually, like, genuinely hilarious, to be fair. It's just, like, so much of it is so arbitrary and so dumb. And it's like, you totally understand the logic of some of it, but it's just like, holy shit, no, don't piss Canadians off. We're nice until we're angry, and then you don't want to deal with us. Like, there's a whole running joke that the Geneva Convention was created because of Canadians bullshit. Yeah. The one I remember off the top of my head is the one where they threw rations into the enemy trenches, and then once they started asking for more, they threw live grenades instead. Just like absolutely fucking with people for no goddamn reason. Even though it was kind of like a mutual peace thing a lot of the time with the trenches, where they just chilled for a bit. No. Occasionally war crimes happened. Reminds me of cats. But yeah, no, that's the plans for right now. Like I said, I should edit shorts. It's still hard to get my motivation going for that and, like, find stuff I feel like is actually worth making shorts of. It was so much easier with Hollow Knight because so much goofy shit happens. That and I'm still trying to figure out the program I'm using. I forgot a lot of it and had to relearn some things. But really what it comes down to is I just gotta put myself out there more. You know, stop being a grumpy old lady and, you know, actually do shit. God, I'm only 37 and I'm already at my old lady arc. I sit around wearing 2 separate pairs of socks at the same time because my feet are fucking cold. Type of shit. Sipping on some tea. Telling the kids to get off my lawn. Not that I have a lawn. Yeah, no. This is what happens when your back is so messed up. My back is messed up. I have type 2 diabetes now. I have other freaking health problems that just make me grumpy. It's like, I'm a mess. I feel older than I actually am. Oh, and I have to go to the doctor again because she got mad that my A1C came back higher than any of the other tests. So now I get to have a doctor give me a stern talking to. Ugh. Seriously, getting that email felt like I was being called to the principal's office. I haven't been in school in years. Anyway. Yeah, I gotta get going. I might keep working on stuff, once I got the stream off, but, it's probably just gathering. Nope. No smoking. Ironically, in all the, like, weird, unhealthy shit I could do, I'm relatively boring. I don't smoke. I don't do any recreational drugs, not even weed, despite the fact that it's legal here. Almost no alcohol. That's, like, every couple of years. Like, it's pretty much just caffeine, and that is it. Caffeine and way too much junk food. I am bizarrely boring for how much my medical shit is fucked up. Yeah, no, I gotta go. I might do some gathering once I got the stream offline, but it's just gotta be rosewood lumber. It's gotta be rosewood logs, because I gotta work on that one achievement. So yeah. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see y'all next time.